On BLITZ. Now joining me here at White County High School on the Warriors field is star pitcher, the senior Spencer Adams. Spencer, had you on here just a couple months ago with basketball, but happy to have you back on here again. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
Now let's talk about, just for a moment about basketball. That had to be a great experience for you getting the Warriors back to state for the first time in about 9 years. Talk about that experience, and I'm sure it was a little bittersweet because you had to miss a couple baseball games here, and I know that had to be on your mind while you were playing some of those games as well, right?
Yeah, it was a great honor to make it to the state, and that's something we haven't done in like almost 10 years. But it was just great to be like down in history as one of the best basketball teams that come out of White County, and we broke some records this year, and we got our main goal was to make it to state, and that's just what we were working for all year.
And I know I asked you before about the transition that you have to make physically going from basketball to baseball. It's a whole different game. This year is a lot different because, again, it was a good thing that you made it, but there was that overlap. So talk about how were you able to kind of condition yourself to come out here and be ready to go, or are you 100% yet?
Well, every Wednesdays and Sundays I was throwing bullpens with my catcher, and I was going down to Norcross to throw with my advisor, and so that helped me a lot. That's got me ahead of where I was last year, and I was long tossing during the weeks and make sure my arm was in shape, because last year I developed rotator and bicep tendonitis in my shoulder, so I didn't want that to happen again, slow me down any more than what I already am.
And that's where I was going to go next. Is last year you did have those arm issues, and this year's your senior year, so I know that's the last thing you want to happen here on a season like this. What are you doing to kind of prevent that this year, or hopefully prevent it, or are there any precautions you're going to take this year?
Nah, you can't really take any precautions. I mean, the weather last year, that's what pretty much got me, the cold weather, pitching into snowy games and everything. But, I mean, other than that, I just had to make sure my arm was in shape to get ready for it this season.
Now, this would be great for you if you can make it back to the state playoffs as you guys did a year ago. You'd be in there with guys like Luke Crumley and David Sosby. They made it back-to-back years. What would it mean for you personally to add to your senior year already? You made it and stayed in basketball. What would it mean for you to make it 2 years in a row in baseball as well?
That would be something great to look forward to. We plan on that. That's one of our goals. That's not our main goal. We would like to go down in history as the best team that we've ever had, and we've only made it to the second round one time, and our goal is to get past that and go down in the books.
Now, I know you are committed to going to UGA, but the rumor mill has been churning a little bit lately that you might consider going pro if you're drafted a little higher than maybe expected. Can you talk about that for a second, or is that something you're just going to focus on when the time comes?
I'll talk about it a little bit. There's been scouts been talking to me a little bit, so, yeah, that's in the back of my mind. But right now I'm just trying to have the best season possible. So.
And, you're like you said, you're trying to have the best season possible. You guys have big goals. You talked about what some of those were. So I know there's a lot of pressure, though, that exists with a player like you because you have certain expectations that people are going to look for. It's hard for you to exceed those expectations, though. But what would it mean for you? What would be a satisfying season for you when it's all said and done for your senior year?
For me, knowing that I did the best I could, and the team, we did the best we could, and we gave it all we got every single day.
All right, well, Spencer, thank you so much again, man. I always appreciate having you on the show, and looking forward to you having a great season and hopefully getting back to state, as you said.
Yes, thanks. Sir. Thank you very much.
Now, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got one more interview for you, some state basketball playoff highlights, and our player of the week.